some shit that I just keep to myself. My mom.
Okay, I feel like he thinks that his war is gonna go down if he has a baby mama, and so I want to know what the heck his reason is for not blaming
He literally gonna say
his
it.
daughter though. Is it because he wants to be hoeing? Is it because like what is it?
Because you understand the concept that he wants to be not. He doesn't want none of his actual real life personal business to be on the internet.
No, I get that. I'm just saying I want to know why he doesn't want it on the internet.
Then you don't get it. Today we got another reaction from my boy Meezy, or Meezy, and the title, Celebrity Worship is officially out of control. I think it's weird for us, the viewers, just to look up to somebody that we don't know. At the end of the day, these are regular human beings. Because they got a large phone, that doesn't mean you gotta treat them like they damn gods or whatever. Forgive me, Lord, for saying that.
But, you know, unfortunately, that option has been taken away from me at this point. It's been taken away from me at this point because y'all keep harassing the mother of my kids and, you know, being very...
Wait, he actually does got a baby mama.
Very weird. And this is exactly what I wanted to protect them from all along. This whole time y'all been, you know what I'm saying, trying to dig into like part of my life that y'all was never invited in, like from jump.
Y'all
That's
won.
a fact.
Y'all happy now? Yeah. Are we satisfied with the outcome?
But why do we feel the need to find out more about somebody else's life just because we watch their content? You gotta understand, bro, these are regular people too.
Over the past couple of days, one of the biggest stories on the internet has been Duke Dennis, his baby mamas, his kids. And all I could think to myself is, man, this is a strange conversation. Not that Duke is...
Nigga, you should know. Don't you be around them?
Necessarily hiding the kids, or that the baby mamas are outing him for being some sort of whatever the case may be. But it's this constant obsession with people, these celebrities, their lifestyles, and things that they don't put on camera.
Exactly.
I believe we've come into an age and era in which they put a lot of stuff on camera, but it seems as if no matter how much they put on camera, it never satiates the appetite of the hungry audience. And so just as I was about to record a video on Duke and this whole...
And the crazy part is, bro, you put your entire life out there, that's just gonna backfire on you. You gonna got fans talking like, oh, why you gotta be recording everything? It's like, you can't please some of these fans, bro. Just, you about to be an influencer, bro. Just stay real to yourself.
Whole baby mama drama, this video dropped, and it kind of validates everything that I was going to say about the reasons why it doesn't make sense for people to want this, desire this, and this is the most peak level parasocial conversation I have ever been a part of. It's okay for him to leave this stuff off the internet. Why? Because of situations just like this.
But now that like it's affecting, like,
somebody just said, I knew it. Me next, Papa. I want to do some research on this guy's name. Hold on.
You know what I'm saying? They well-being and like they getting like threats and like being called names.
He said about time.
That was my like main priority from jump. Just, I never wanted them in this whole light because I live on the internet every single day. This is where I am. This is where I live at. And I'm well aware on how like the internet and how nasty the internet is. So
exactly,
I always
especially with your family,
everybody involved away from that. But now... y'all proved me right once again.
And I feel the same way, Duke. And it's crazy that we're here, but we got to figure out how we even got here in the first place.
And honestly, since I'm talking, Duke, frick you. Now I'm on you now. I was going to spare you. I'm not sparing you no more. I was pregnant in December, y'all. And the only thing that went home was that baby. He didn't give me a single dollar. Cool, great. You know, I got it. I ain't tripping about it, but it was yours. Told me to keep my baby. And I promise you, after this, I wish you would get on here and tell me that you didn't tell me to keep my baby. When I pay for it, and every time I text him for something else, instant response. But when I asked you for that money, or when I bring up the abortion, no response.
Duke Dennis over the past couple of days has been hit time and
I was gonna spare you. I'm not sparing you no more. I was pregnant in December, y'all. And the only thing that went home was that baby. He didn't give me a single dollar. Cool, great. You know, I got it. I ain't tripping about it, but it was yours. Told me to keep my baby. And I promise you, after this, I wish you would get on here and tell me that you didn't tell me to keep my baby. When I pay for it, and every single time
so he wants you to keep the baby, but he doesn't want to take care of it. That's what you're saying.
Every time I text him for something else, instant response. But when I asked you for that money, or when I bring up the abortion, no response.
Duke,
the abortion money, or Silence money?
Dennis over the past couple of days has been hit time and time again with allegations that he has multiple kids, multiple baby mamas, you know, that he's not taking accountability for them, he's not feeding them, he's not providing them any clothes or any.
I go, that's a funny ass picture. But I don't really know him. I just know what he puts on the internet. But I don't think that's his character, bro. I just can't see it. At the end of the day, you don't know him, man. I just can't see him doing things like that.
Any money and all sorts of allegations that are ultimately detrimental to his character. Now, the thing about the internet is it takes on the old phrase, a lie can go around the world twice before the truth even gets its pants on to a whole nother extent. There were so many different stories and
Who the fuck said that saying? Like some old Southern. Let me stop.
details about how many kids he had, who was his baby mama, what does this mean when he's pictured with some woman. It started to get ridiculous to the point where Duke Dennis had to come out and have a conversation about it and express his sentiments about any sorts of rumors or allegations of the sorts.
I do not have 8 kids, which is no offense to anybody who do. I've been actually watching
Who gonna take that offensive?
y'all take that and run with it and post it and post about it and post it in like bold print as if you know for a fact that's the case when it's not the case. I done told y'all that like it's certain parts of my life that I just don't want to share with y'all. Alright?
Yeah,
I'm
that's
never
fine.
ever going to post my family.
That's good.
That includes everybody except for my brother probably. My brother is the only person in my family that I will post. Anybody else, I'm not posting them. So I'm sorry if you feel obligated or entitled to like be a part of my life in that way. But I've been decided a long time ago that I would never
Hell nah.
post my family
Just say you're a father.
in that way.
And I don't blame him at all because like we've discussed in these other celebrity worship videos, it's a lose-lose type of situation. And we'll discuss it a little bit in a second, but the way that the audience feels like they are obligated to a content creator's personal life, I mean, the real deal details about their personal life is honestly impressive.
You just had a birthday party, my guy? Oh, you just hit 100K, so that's why you celebrating.
Insane. And because this is the internet thing of the week
Nah,
or the
me
day,
be
that
nosy.
then opens up Pandora's box for, you know, a plethora of women to just start putting allegations after allegations after allegations on Duke Dennis, you know, saying that he has all these multiple kids and stepping forward and saying that they are a part of his collective of women. Like, I think that's just a strange thing, knowing that your baby's father isn't Duke Dennis, but participating in this conversation because you gain something from it.
Duke Dennis, okay, boom. I had a crush on him. Boom, boom, boom. Things led to boom, boom, boom. I got pregnant. He didn't want to be involved. He didn't want nothing to do with it.
How many kids do I have? I have one son, and his name is Dallas, and he's 2. A lot of y'all don't know my situation, but like my child's father is not involved at all. Certain things floating online with me, and it starts saying speaking on it, NDA signed or stuff like that, and it's like, in no way, shape, or form is that the case. In my life, like, I'm not gonna spend my time, like, tracking no man down, trying to force them to be a father, trying to go to the internet to force them to step up.
This is his baby. What?
Shit. Can we see the text messages?
Is you trying to be messy again?
Yes, people keep asking me, am I one of Duke Dennis' baby mamas? Yes, I am. I want to be known for me, being me, but not having a kid with Duke Dennis. Like, that's just crazy work. You know what I mean? Like, I put in a lot of work.
How would they even know?
For my fucking followers, you feel me? So now I'm gonna be noticed. Oh, that's Duke Dennis' baby mama. That's Duke Dennis' baby mama.
Is that not some sort of mental illness? Now, somebody's lying and I'm not in the household, so I don't know. But just imagine if these young women are lying and saying that they are Duke Dennis's baby's mother just for some sort of clicks, clout, and attention. Is this not celebrity worship gone out of control? How is this not insane? And this
niggas are just numbers hungry. What I mean by that, they just want fame and fortune. They just want the clout.
Leads to one of Duke Dennis's points in his video where he's talking about why he decided to keep his family offline is because as a whole, the internet is just weird about these things. They can be totally messy. They can be totally crazy.
Oh, we got a huge phone. I don't feel comfortable posting any of my family members. My little nephew. I love him to death. My niece and nephew, I want to post them. But we don't know who's weird and who gonna do what, bro. Like, that's kids. That's innocent family members. You gonna say something, he's gonna have to crash out over, but niggas gonna have to crash out over that. Tripping over what I'm fucking saying.
About him.
At the end of the day, bro, you don't know who's watching, who knows who. They can't get to you, so they're gonna get to the little ones. That shit, it ain't cool, bro. Yeah, the streets, the world, they just don't play fair.
They can honestly step way over the lines, and that's some stuff that we just do not talk about.
Y'all prove me right once again. You feel me? So please stop that, okay? That shit is mentally draining for a lot of people, bro. I don't think y'all understand like the toll it take. You know what I'm saying? On them every single day, especially when y'all calling them names and like doing a whole bunch of weird shit. So just respect is all I.
My thing is, if y'all really, how the fuck you gotta turn back on? My thing is, if y'all really fuck with Duke, right? Why y'all attacking the people that surround him? If y'all know exactly that's their baby mama, cool. That's cool. Y'all don't gotta attack him, motherfucker. Y'all don't gotta.
I've been asking for this whole time. Respect, you know what I'm saying? Everything.
And I wish that was so simple, but as I scrolled through the timeline doing research for this video, I saw nothing but personal attacks and attacks on people's character and all these other things.
Bro, they just mad because they got kids and he don't want them. That's all. They mad because their chance that they thought they had is gone. They're mad because their chance is gone, basically.
Things when it came to Duke Dennis in this situation. It's literally the opposite of respect. It's straight disrespect to a person, a person's family, a person's livelihood, a person's situation that they ultimately do not know. I saw Duke and his family members be called out of their name left, right, and sideways. And it's honestly disgusting because I'm thinking to myself, how do we even get to a
So you do know his family.
Point where somebody feels comfortable enough to say that a stranger is a whore, slut?
It's clear why you didn't mention his kids. Because he's not in their life. He's a deadbeat. You don't know the man. It's simple privacy. He has a huge following. There's weird people out here. Let's use this for example. Let's say he posts his baby mama, right? Next you know, she got attacked by a bunch of women that wants Duke. Y'all ever think about that?
Lose all these just negative things. But the only reason why these things exist is because people feel obligated to their favorite content creators, private life, personal effects, and otherwise. And maybe it's the nature of what streaming has become and content creation has become. You know, as we vlog more, as we IRL stream more, as we post more, as we click more, people feel as if they know more about them. But it's so hard to really get comfortable with, you know, your audience or community or, you know, post such things when every time you do post, you drop in privacy levels. Like they have people on the internet giving out think pieces, trying to dissect your mentality of your decision making, of hiding your family, protecting your
I just thought I heard a baby outside.
Family or whatever pieces of the life that you live, keeping it off the internet. We have people that are on the internet giving out whole think pieces about who you are and essentially why you owe them a reason as to why you aren't saying these things.
There's some shit that I just keep to myself. My mom.
Okay, I feel like he thinks that his aura is gonna go down if he has a baby mama, and so I just want to know what the heck his reasoning is for not claiming
He literally is gonna say it.
his daughter though. Is it because he wants to be hoeing? Is it because like what is it?
Because you don't understand the concept that he wants to be not. He doesn't want none of his actual real life personal business to be on the internet.
No, I get that. I'm just saying I want to know why he doesn't want it on the internet.
Then you don't get it.
Even as somebody is sitting there saying, yo, he just wants his privacy, he doesn't want all this
That's
knowledge.
all it is.
You still have people saying, yo, I want to know why. This young woman is actively saying, no, I need to know why. I want to know why. I have an obligation to.
The thing is, he said it right, but it's not what they wanted to hear. So to them, it's like, that's the wrong answer. I was guilty of doing that too. Like my girl say something, it's not what I want to hear, and then Keep asking the same question over and over again.
Know why this stuff about Duke Dennis. And my question is why? I think creating parasocial relationships is an inherent evil of, content creation in today's age. In order to stay relevant, you have to post. And in order to continue to stay relevant and continue to stay in people's minds, you have to post more and more and more. Part of building an active and loyal community is by making yourself as relatable as possible. And that may mean, playing.
But that's the thing. A lot of these people aren't. I was trying to say a lot of these people with kids. Oh, never mind.
Into some of these narratives and tropes and, relatable things that people have that are a part of your viewing audience. That does build a sort of mental bond between viewer and content creator that I believe is very much unhealthy. But the reality is that's the case. I do think that these people who do form these bonds lack some sort of, fulfillment in life. So they're trying to, link through these creators mentally to try to fill some sort of void. Almost like that Avatar connection from James Cameron's Avatar movies. But it gets to a point where people can't even take a break on the internet without people diving so deep into the content and the conversation.
Him saying that just reminded me of Corey Kenshin's. Bro been gone for 9 months. It was like, oh, he got a girl pregnant.
That they develop these storylines.
It's part of life.
When Phantom took a break literally a few weeks ago, and some of the most outrageous storylines about him being kicked out of AMP, him leaving AMP arose that had no merit and no basis to them. And if it weren't for them having such a solid foundation, I don't know if they would be able to survive something like this. Because ultimately, like Duke said, this stuff does get to your head. This stuff is mentally taxing.
Oh yeah, there's somebody talking about your family member.
People were saying, yo, Phantom got kicked out of AMP. You know what I mean? That's all I'm gonna say, bro. I built this shit brick by brick, bro. I could never get kicked out.
Hold on.
I think this serves as a bigger lesson for those that
nigga felt that. Felt a little bit too good. Yeah, I don't know. Nigga help pray at GMG. Speak on that later.
That are willing and wanting to be upcoming creators.
Definitely gonna speak on that later. I'm putting on my fucking dash cam, my webcam.
Be very careful as to what you post online. Only give but so much. Now, this may be something that ultimately stunts your growth and stunts your success, but you have to be.
Not really, because whenever that shit happens, like, whenever that thing happened, you just gotta know how to pivot and move from that.
Very strategic about what you do post,
what
you don't post, what you do talk about on streams or in the content or whatever, and what you don't talk about on the streams, the content or whatever. There are people developing relationships and feelings about you that you honestly have no clue about. To the point where they're willing to put themselves in harm's way to get off a joke because they think that they share the same relationship and bond with you as other content creators do to them. That's literally what happened in the DDG situation from the other day at DreamCon when the young man came out and talked about why he would be suing DDG and why he didn't think that this would happen to him is because he literally said, well, I thought this was a joke.
He said it's a skit. Like, is that true?
Man, that ain't no skit. I got banned from the event. I can't go back now. And I'm not sure if I can go back next year, which I hope I can. I spent a lot of money coming over here trying to have fun with my people. And I'm not sure if he got banned from the event, which I assume he did.
Hold on, what happened? I ain't tapped in with bro like that.
I gotta let you know now. I gotta take legal action against him or his brother, somebody out here. That's unacceptable. Why?
Can you sue somebody for that though? You'd be surprised at the things you can sue people for. This one guy, he works from home, right? He was rushing to go to work in his basement. He slipped and fall, but since it was on the clock, he won the lawsuit.
Why did you call him doo-doo garbage? Like, why did you say that?
I thought it was all jokes. I never seen DDG react like that in the past. Never seen him.
Yes, he did. The nigga don't play about his music career. Y'all see him in Black Boy Max? The nigga gave him a side eye and then dropped a couple reactions. I don't remember, but
something to anybody else. So I'm thinking it's all good.
Yeah, that's you develop.
That's the thing, bro. Y'all gotta understand, bro. These are human beings with feelings. You say something to them, it's different online and in person.
Developing some sort of imaginary connection with DDG, a man that you don't know. Let me remind you.
And the thing is, they see how they react with, like, let's say DG, right? He watched DG, he see how DG react with his friends, his family when they create a joke. Y'all don't got that same level of bond. You think you know him, but he doesn't know you. You don't really know him. You know of him. You know what he puts out. You don't know that nigga from the back of your hand. You don't know ins and out of that nigga pose.
That you just don't know. Do I think this will change anything about how people view Duke Dennis? Probably not. If you continue to make judgment calls about something that you don't know, even if he ultimately had to reveal the fact that he did have a baby mama, baby mamas, or whatever the case may be, and you still continue to judge him and ridicule him, this is the negative side of the celebrity worship. How can he be judged and ridiculed? The only reason why you're doing this is because you
And then notice how it's not, no, I never seen no man judging bro because he got kids. It's part of life.
Pedestalized him in the first place, and now you want to knock him down because this is how worshiping goes. What I do know will remain is these weirdos and their commentary and conversation online forever. Like this one young lady who ended up doing some digging, and I mean digging, to find these things about this young woman, the person he was at the baby shower with, and started posting these photos online. It amazes me what lengths people go to find these people's fans.
You know you can apply the same amount of time and energy into Indeed, create a skill, learn the stock market. I was gonna say bond with your parents, but I don't know what their parents' life look like.
Families, and honestly put them into potential harm's way, because we know that these things can escalate to a further level. Look, I've said it once and I'll say it again. The celebrity worship epidemic has to stop. It's only getting worse, and we need to get a hold of it quick, fast, in a hurry. Or
who's we? I ain't worship. Never mind, I take it back. I don't be worshiping them like them other motherfuckers.
And it would be very reasonable is that your favorite creator stops giving you information about themselves. They stop making themselves relatable to you, and they ultimately distance themselves from just this entertainment lifestyle. Because nobody wants to live in constant fear of their family being outed, or, you know, somebody running up on them. Or
that was him. That was him. That's what happened. Damn. We gotta watch that next. Make sure you like, subscribe. Go check out bro's original video.